There we go. Good morning.
Hello, everyone. It is March the 22nd at 8:10 a.m. Saturday morning in Alabama.
That is right. Are the hummingbirds here yet?
I got to get the feeders out.
Somebody showed a picture of one, but I don't know if it was close to us or not. I'm not quite
Well,
sure.
the map says they're here, so I'm past due on having feeders up, but I have that on my list of things to do. I actually intended on doing it last night, and something happened, and I just flew out the window.
Sounds like me.
I don't want to be compared in any way, shape, form, or fashion to what you got going on up there. He was putting his jacket on, and I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "Well, I'm just going to get a jump start." And I said, "Well, did you forget about the live?" I did.
I did forget about the live.
So I have to be a mind for two of us sometimes, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Coffee in tow will fix you.
Yep. And then Lester sent me a message.
What did Lester say?
I don't know if we were starting at 8 or 8:30 this morning.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Well, Lester, we just get going when
he said he couldn't remember. He thought we didn't know if we started at 8 or if we started at 8:30.
We start a little bit in between, Lester.
I turn him closer to 8.
Yeah, usually at 8.
Sometimes.
Except for when somebody forgets.
That's right.
Hope everybody's doing okay this morning. It's going to be a beautiful day here in Alabama.
It is.
And we're just thankful for sunshiny skies and warm temperatures. I hope that cold stuff is gone.
I hope this is the last one. There was actually frost on the ground yesterday morning.
You telling me.
This morning it's not, but it was still 33. I don't know if they got the 32 or not, but it's close enough.
Yeah, but it warms up fast in the afternoon, and I've actually got my short sleeves on, anticipating 75 degrees this afternoon.
That's a 42 degree swing in a few hours.
You know, the day of the storms.
Yeah,
the day
it was warm.
It was last Saturday.
Yeah.
Was when the bad storms came through. Mary Carl and I went to town, and the temperature in the Subaru said it was 91 degrees before the storms rolled in. I actually took a picture of it because I couldn't believe it. Now, as we started headed home on the country roads, it dropped down to about 85, but still 91 degrees. That's what fueled all that storm activity, because the next day it was in the 50s.
Yep.
Yeah. We know that the spring brings storms, but we'd rather just have some rain.
Definitely would rather have some rain.
We had a 90% chance of rain Wednesday night.
Didn't rain a drop.
Didn't get a drop. And we didn't water the grass that day because 90%, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good chances.
Yeah.
And I went by Jeremy at the print shop. I went by his office and I said, "Did you get rain?" He said, "Look out there at my car." His car's black. It was covered in pollen.
It wouldn't have mattered.
We didn't get any rain.
You could right now go out there and wash your car and check it in 45 minutes, and I guarantee you it's going to be yellow.
So much so that I take allergy medicine every day just because I have so many bad allergies, and especially being around hay and dust and everything. But this time of the year, you still got to ramp up your allergy meds.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys are like me. When the grass starts growing at the beginning of the season, you're all gung-ho about cutting grass. I just could not wait to get on the lawnmower, so much so that I did it while Mary Carl wasn't here, so she wouldn't know that I was cutting grass, because she likes to cut grass too. Don't worry, there's enough for everybody. So I hopped on the lawnmower and started cutting, and got me a mask to wear because I knew how dusty it was on top of how much pollen. Now, I don't know how much good it did, but the time before when I cut just out by the road, didn't cut the daffodils down, but that evening when I took a shower, I could do like this and just wipe the pollen off of me.
It's rough.
Literally.
It is rough. It is Yeah, I washed off the truck and it
Came right back.
it came right back. It's bad. There's no sense in trying to keep your car clean right about now.
Well, I have the unlimited car wash thing because it's like $7 for a car wash.
Yeah.
Or $14 for the monthly unlimited. So I do the $14 monthly unlimited because I'm gonna go through there 2 times at least. Anything over that, I'm getting money back. And so every time I go to town and car's a little dusty, I go through the car wash, and literally, I got this on do not disturb. I thought on my phone I do. So literally, it's right back dusty as soon as I get back home. So, pollen is not everybody's friend except for the bees.
Yeah, me and Mary Carl went to Harrison Lake yesterday. And
That's when I jumped on the lawnmower.
Did a little birding, and I actually saw a few honeybees out in the wild blackberries yesterday.
Oh, here or there?
There.
Okay. Well, good.
I saw them there. My blackberries aren't blooming yet, and I'm assuming that's what they are. That's what it kind of looked like to me, was wild blackberries. It was so much stuff, so it was hard to tell out yonder. But yep, and they did put a fence up.
I was fixing to ask you.
All right, so where just 5 days ago we saw all the sandpipers and plovers and whatnot.
I don't think you told everybody how many birds there were.
So me and Mary Carl went to Harrison Lake out of the blue. She wanted to go out of the blue.
That's in Maplesville, Alabama.
About 5 days ago. And so we went.
It was Sunday or Monday.
Monday. All right, so we went, and the lake was up really, really high. And usually if it's up really, really high, you're not going to see a whole bunch of stuff. But it was overflowing into the field next to the lake. And it was about that deep. And it was a big area in that field. I mean,
after
acres.
The storm. After the storm.
Acres and acres of land just
underwater.
And there were so many, I don't know what you call them, sandpiper type birds, whatever they're called.
That's what she calls them, sandpipers. They're all under that category.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But it was plovers and sandpipers and greater yellowlegs and yet lesser yellowlegs and
a little bit of everything.
Oh man, it was it was hundreds of them. I mean, hundreds of them. It was crazy.
She sent me a picture, not yesterday, but the time before, of her camera screen where she had taken a shot of how many birds there were, and literally, y'all, the entire screen of the camera was covered in birds. Don't know why. I guess it was just a storm, maybe.
Don't know exactly why. But it's crazy. You get excited when you see that many, but then for me, and it is for her too, look, but she's a lot better, a million times better than I am. But when you got that many birds, it's kind of hard to distinguish what's what because it's just so many birds.
She amazes me because she can pick out in that flock that's a such and such, and the rest of them are, you know, whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, I guess that's what happens when you love something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you become so invested in it that I guess there's things that I could probably pick out in a group that she couldn't because I care more about it.
Yeah.
And the same with you.
Yeah.
You know, you could pick out a Firebird over a Camaro in a group of 50. Right?
Yeah.
When you go birding, that is.
Yeah, that's right.
Firebirding. Okay. But yesterday, y'all didn't have any luck, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, it just depends.
Nothing in astronomical numbers.
No, it wasn't like that by all means. I think we had 27 species yesterday. There was a bunch of blue-winged teals, and they were beautiful this time of year. The males were. It seems like the few times we've been going, the males have just been bland.
Yeah. So they're in their breeding plumage now?
I think so, because their faces were almost solid white, and they had some white on. They were really pretty. Really, really pretty. And the swallows are back. And so I think we saw all 4 species of swallows.
Yesterday, when I was on the lawnmower, I saw a bird, and it had that swallow wing pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You can always tell it's that pointed, and they go real fast. Mm-hmm. And I thought, that's the first swallow I've seen.
Yeah.
And swallow could be purple martin. Swallow
Mhm.
could be barn swallow. What else could it be?
Cliff,
Cliff swallow.
tree.
Okay.
You say purple martin?
Yeah, purple martin's a swallow. I wouldn't know this without her. I
And
promise
there's
you.
that one I always can't remember. It's like a ragged wing, but it's not called ragged wing. It's something like that. Yeah, I can't think of the name of it now. But that one too.
Okay, a ragged wing swallow.
Something like that.
Well, we were in town the other day, and there's a park right in the middle of town. It's called Goose Pond Park. And there's a little bridge that walks over to the park, and under that bridge, there are hundreds, and I would say thousands. I wouldn't say hundreds of cliff swallows, and they build their nest out of mud like a barn swallow does. And y'all, they go to Brazil every year, and they come back. And when they get here, it is just droves of birds, and they immediately start repairing those mud nests. And that's the first thing they do when they get back. They start repairing their mud nest. And so we went by there the other day to see if they had returned, and it was cool that day. So we stopped the car and we got down there and we looked, and you could see in their mud nest they were sticking their little heads out. But then we went back after the cool, and it was warm, and when we pulled up, you could just see it's just like a shadow. They're flying. There's so many of them, but it's amazing to see them when they have babies.
And they're beautiful birds.
Beautiful.
Northern rough-winged swallow.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw somebody ask real quick, because this is kind of important. Do I say that I wait 6 months to a year before planting my garden where the chickens run, and is that the norm? Yeah, it is. Anytime you run an animal, especially omnivores, which are chickens or pigs, I guess that's really the only two, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, nuggets are omnivore.
Yeah.
So,
I guess so.
if you run your emus through your garden.
Yeah, run emus through your garden. But anytime you run an omnivore through there, you don't want to plant something on it, because there's a chance that you could get a parasite.
That's right.
So that's why.
Just use kind of, common sense when it comes to, I say common sense. You don't want to eat manure.
Yeah.
Period.
Especially that's kind of that's different than
cow,
herbivore, which I still probably would wait myself. But
yeah, we just don't feel.
Yeah, herbivores are a little bit different than omnivore, but I still would wait.
Yeah,
just me.
Yeah, so
don't want nobody getting sick.
No.
Yeah, don't want nobody getting sick at all.
Speaking of that, I dumped some more manure yesterday in the garden plot where we clean out the stalls and dump it. We're gonna have to come up with another dumping spot because that plot is looking really good.
We gotta
till it up, get the weeds out of
probably
there.
Do that tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, probably do it tomorrow because I can't do it today.
Yeah, you got plans.
Because Donnie Volkswagen is coming today, and he seems pretty daggum confident that we're gonna see some wheels roll today. Now that's what he says. Now we'll see. I'm not going. I've been just been doing this too long to get my hopes up.
Well, I had my hopes up last time.
I knew it wasn't gonna happen last time.
Well, I thought it was. So maybe termite will be wheels down today.
Yes, we got some stuff we got to do. We got to still finish breaking in the engine. We got to get the carburetor off and cleaned out. We got to get the seats put back in. We got to get the seat belts in.
Oh, this is minute.
So yeah,
this is minute. So Jason sent me yesterday to get some final things for the bus mechanically. I was in town anyway. I said anything you can think of that you need for the bus.
And I'm glad you did because I probably would have had enough stuff to get us by, but the zinc would have been the main thing for the break-in. There's a zinc additive. We talked about this before, I believe, but your older cars, the oil back then had a lot more zinc in it does today. And so the older cars kind of need that zinc, but when we're breaking it in, and I don't know why, I've never questioned it, but when you're breaking in an engine or new engine or engine rebuild, especially on these older cars, you want the zinc additive in there, and they make an actual zinc break-in. That's what it's called. and I needed it. I'm glad you asked that because
So-
I totally forgot.
While I was in town, I told Jason, I said, anything you need for the bus? So he says, wait, I do. Well, I don't know a lot about mechanical parts. So he starts sending me pictures of what he needs.
Yes.
So I go in O'Reilly's, which I feel comfortable going in there because they don't mind that I'm a woman and
Right.
I don't know what I'm doing. So I haven't tested any other stores. So I go in and the guy said, you're back? And I'm like, man, it's been at least 2 weeks since I've been in here. What do you mean I'm back? And he said, what you got? And so I showed him the pictures, of what I needed.
Mhm.
And he said, come on, let's go. So we go and we get the, get everything we need, get the brake cleaner. We get up to the counter and he said, is this all you're going to need? I said, sir, I don't know if this is all I'm going to need. This is all I was sent after. And he said, you're a good woman for doing this pickup. I said, I've been wondering if he thought that too. If he thought that I was doing a good thing by picking up this stuff.
Absolutely.
And I said, to take it a step further, I said, if your significant other sent you after, just say, fingernail polish, and she sent you a picture of it, would you go get it? And he just laughed. And we kind of ended it at that. So I'm walking out the door, and the guy that's running the other register, he said, I know all about fingernail polish. Well, I heard him say that to the other guy. I stopped and I walked back to the register and I said, did you just say you know all about fingernail polish? He said, yes, ma'am. I have 2 twin 18-year-old girls and a wife, and I have all too much experience in picking up female things. So I left with a smile on my face, knowing that gentleman would have picked up the fingernail polish. And you would too, but
that's right.
That's beside the point. I don't need fingernail polish. I have a new ring, by the way. I found it.
Oh, yeah, you did find it. I was reading that question that Luke said. Says, I think he said that, have you ever thought about using UV silage tarp to help with the weeds? That's what we use. He must be a new viewer, but that's how we do it here. Typically, we'll do chickens, then we'll till, and either we'll plant a cover crop at that time, or we silage tarp at that time, or we plant a cover crop, till and silage tarp, and then plant. So yeah, we use silage tarps here all the time.
And Sandra mentioned something too about chickens, us talking about it being an omnivore and don't plant in it. Well, even more so than that, it's a hot manure. And you're right, Sandra.
It's a hot manure.
If you planted a plant in chicken manure before it rested, it would burn the plant.
Yep.
It's too much nitrogen, and you would get an effect of a burn.
Right.
So you can't plant in it immediately for that reason too.
Yeah, it would. It is a hot manure. Absolutely.
So that's one reason you can plant in cow and horse, but we wait just because don't like the thought of immediately planting in black cow. It's been sit.
Yes, it is.
It has been composted.
That's
it's
right.
not, you're not doing fresh manure in that bag. It's been composted.
Yep.
So
I would go get your fingernail polish.
I don't need any fingernail polish, Jason. I'm going to save that for you to go with Mary Carl to get your pedicure next time. Her fingernails are still looking good, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah, I took her to the nail salon.
Yeah.
I don't think I told y'all about that. I posted a picture.
Oh, that's right.
But the ones that are here in our city are mostly Vietnamese that do the nails. Now, I don't know if it's like that in every city, but in Selma, it was that way. Here, it's that way. That just seems to be the norm. And so some of them speak better English than others, and they communicate to each other in Vietnamese. So it kind of bothers me sometimes that I think they're talking about me, but I just grin and I think to myself, well, they probably think I'm talking about them too.
Oh goodness!
But the owner of the place came to me. I had not seen her before, and she walked up to me and she said, "Where's your mother?" in her accent, and I was like, I thought to myself, how does she know that's my mama? First of all, and second of all, they've been in here enough times for her to know that I'm not the normal person that brings her. I said, well, she just didn't get to bring her today.
That is funny.
Where's your mother?
That is funny.
Yeah. Thank you, Sandra. We appreciate you. Yeah, she knew that my mama wasn't with her, and that was a little something extra.
I see a lot of people asking about Tater. She's still plump.
She is very plump. I posted a picture of Tater, Moody, and Mildred yesterday afternoon. You know, when they're not up at the fence, when I put the animals up, I have to go look because she's close. So I get on my little side by side, me and Dee Dee, and we drive down to the other end of the pasture, and there they were, all three of them. I caught what I thought was a fantastic picture of the three of them, and I wasn't going to post it yesterday, but when Jason looked at it, he had such a comical reaction that I had no choice but to say, he said, "Team Tater." So they're all three. They've got their heads together. It's almost like they're praying. It's almost like they're in a football huddle. I mean, you can come up with your own conclusion, but the three of them were.
Or there's something on the ground there, and they're all looking.
No, because I've got so many shots of them. I mean, that's before the meeting. They're just all looking around, and
it looks like Matilda lost her contact, and they're looking for it.
Matilda.
I mean, Mildred.
Oh,
we got too many M's. We can't do that anymore.
No, we can't.
We got to split all that up. In one of my last videos, I called Mildred Matilda every time, and I had to correct it on the screen.
Well, you do it to me, and I don't correct you, but I know who you're talking about most of the time. So maybe we should start calling Matilda Tilly. You know, Tilly, the all-time teller.
That's right.
Back in the day, the ATM.
I saw somebody ask about Mr. Kaden.
Oh, got an update yesterday.
Got an update on Kaden.
So Kaden went to the doctor this week, and he was supposed to be released to a tennis shoe. And Kaden had in his mind he was going to work this week. Yep. He's out for spring break.
Yep.
And so, he went to the doctor for his checkup, and his mama said, "Now, doctor, can he go back to work?" And the doctor said, "What kind of work do you do, son?" "Well, I do farm work." And he said, "You mean like picking up hay and such as that?" "Yes, sir." "No, sir. You are not going to be going back to doing farm work right now." He said, "Your foot has to heal. You have 4 more weeks in that boot before you can wear a tennis shoe."
4 more weeks.
So, y'all, he was hanging his head, and he was very disappointed. He is out for spring break next week. He was hoping to make some extra money. Mm-hmm. And I told his mama, I said, "I think we can probably come up with something, some kind of light work that he won't have to lift something next week for him to come, for nothing more than a few hours if he wants to, or he can just come hang out." So, he was very disappointed, but that was a bad, bad injury.
Yeah.
And he thought that we were going to be disappointed with him. Man, we've been all this time without any help on this farm.
That's right.
4 more weeks ain't going to hurt us.
That's right.
I mean, we will wait as long as it takes. We do not want him back to work before he's ready. It could mess him up for life.
Yeah.
And that's what I told his mama. I said, "Look," I said, he can come over here all he wants to, but Mama Brooke ain't going to let him do nothing he ain't supposed to, because he's got to take care of himself. I mean, seriously, this could depend on.
Yeah, that's right.
He could have results from the rest of his life for not taking care of himself the last 4 weeks.
That's right.
This has been going on since December. So yeah, he's got some recovery, but he's hanging in there. He's just a hard-working kid, and just hard to keep him down. He's been doing some fishing. He can fish. He can fish because that doesn't involve his foot. You know what? He could take us noodling. It might be too cold though, and I don't think he better get in the water either.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Okay. Well, I had a good idea. Yeah. I thought I had a good idea. Somebody said there's no sound. I think it might be on your end.
Yeah, check it on your end. They can't hear us though, so they don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's like me talking to Loretta out there.
Oh yeah. Goodness.
Yep.
Oh goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Is he fishing with Magic Mike?
Is he fighting with Magic Mike?
Oh, fighting. I think they meant fishing.
Oh, I bet they did mean fishing. I ain't seen Magic Mike on here this morning.
Magic Mike's probably fishing.
He might be fishing this morning.
But Magic Mike lives in Selma, and I'm good in Selma. Thank you. All right, so yeah, Magic Mike's in Selma, Caden's in Clanton, about an hour apart.
Mm-hmm.
But Kaden is fishing in a tournament Tuesday evening.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Okay.
So he told his mama, maybe I'll win some money in that tournament, and that'll make up for my not being able to work.
Mm.
He's hanging in there, y'all. He's hanging in there.
Mm.
Here we go. Got dogs on the barking.
Maybe not. Maybe.
So Jason sent me. See, when he sits and he doesn't say anything, I feel like I have to talk.
Oh, I was looking on my list.
Well, I know you were, but I feel like I can't sit stagnant, so I have to talk.
You talking about the picture?
Well, yeah.
This one? Is that the one you talking about?
It looked like an owl when he sent it to me, but y'all, that is not an owl. That is Elton John.
So 12 years ago.
I thought it was 13.
12. 1, 2.
Oh, okay. It said 2013.
Oh, 12 years ago. It's a reflection. Brooke and myself saw Elton John in concert. He was in Montgomery, which is really odd because Montgomery, that's not a big.
It's a capital, Alabama, but it's not a big city.
Especially not known for bringing, somebody as big as Elton John. But we thought, well, this is
once in a lifetime.
Yeah, so we're not going to see him again probably ever. And so we went. We went and saw Elton John. That's the last concert we've been to. We're not big concert people.
No, but Elton John is something that I feel like, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I was going to say anybody would enjoy. It's just kind of memorable.
Yeah. So, which led to this is that you told me here recently that James Taylor is in concert coming up and Rod Stewart.
So I saw James Taylor. It came across my Facebook feed for some reason, and my eyes got big because I like James Taylor. Now, Jason's not as big of a James Taylor fan as I am, but my daddy was a James Taylor fan. It made me be a James Taylor fan. And so when I saw it, I was just, I immediately went to the website where you buy tickets, and it's in Birmingham, and it's on a Wednesday night, and it's at 7:00. And I was like, we're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought this will be a good first concert for Mary Carl. She don't know who James Taylor is, but it would be good time for her to go and see, just a stage and a bunch of people. Whatnot.
Right.
She don't want to go.
She don't want to
go. So I respect that. That's fine. But y'all can go. Y'all can go if you want to. So we're driving, and I'm telling Jason about this, and he gets to looking where I told him the tickets were for sale because I screenshot the link to buy the tickets because we were going to figure out where we were going to sit at this point. He's scrolling through the events, and he sees that Rod Stewart is going to be in concert at the same place.
Right.
And I said, oh my gracious. Okay, we can't go to both. We can't do that. Two events in 1 year would be way too much for us. So we got to make a decision. Do we go to Rod Stewart, or do we go to James Taylor, or do we not go to either, or do we go to both? What do we do? Because the Rod Stewart's on a Saturday night, and it's at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason was like, so? And I'm like, so? I got to be in bed at 9:00. I don't know. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Oh, of course, I would rather see Rod Stewart.
Okay.
But we could go to both.
I don't know. Everybody's saying both. Go to both. See James Taylor. See? I know it's a personal preference, but I need to see how far apart they are. If I have time to recover between the two events,
that's right.
Then we may see both.
Mm-hmm.
It is something I would like to do. I would like to go to both. But I know who's going to outperform the other one. It's it's not a performance thing because James Taylor he's not a performer.
No, but I got a feeling that Rod Stewart doesn't dance around and that kind of thing anymore either.
But Elton John was so entertaining.
And he didn't dance around really.
No, but it was so good.
It was good though. It really was.
So good. You only live once. Oh, I love it. I love it. So I don't know what we'll do. We'll keep y'all updated though, because I think we will go to one or the other, or maybe both. James Taylor. They're both getting up in age.
They are.
And I was looking at the tour dates, and they're scheduled, in different cities throughout to the end of the year. And what happens if somebody goes down? I don't mean well, it could happen. Somebody could pass, but what if they get ill? What do they do then? Do they just cancel it or what?
They have to cancel it. Yeah, they have to cancel it. I saw Jay said that Def Leppard is coming too.
Well, Jacqueline and Zach are going to see Kiss, isn't it? In Tennessee?
I think that's right.
I think that's right.
I think it's AC/DC.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, AC/DC.
AC/DC.
In Tennessee. I can't do that. You can go with them, but I'm more of a James Taylor, Rod Stewart kind of girl. I can't do that.
Somebody said Rod Stewart still dances a lot.
That may have made my decision for me. Or I'm going to check on that today. I need to check on that today because it's going to be sold out.
Yep.
It's going to be sold out. Video it if we go. Yeah.
We would.
We would
video some of it, absolutely.
And
I think the thing about Jacqueline and the AC/DC thing is, I think her mom is a big AC/DC fan.
Okay, so the whole family's going. That's right. The whole family's going. I forgot about that.
And I just recently learned something about Jacqueline's mom, liking AC/DC, wanting to go to the AC/DC concert.
I think that's what brought it up.
Put her on, the super cool level. I mean, like up there. But then when I found out that she used to own a 1978 black and gold Firebird,
that
just
put her way up there, didn't it?
Come on. I mean, what in the world? Whoo!
I remember when I was probably 12 or 13. My daddy went to maybe I don't know. We were living on Dixie Drive. My daddy went to see the Rolling Stones at Legion Field in Birmingham, and I remember it being just a big deal to him.
Oh yeah.
Because
huge.
I knew who the Rolling Stones were, but now it means more to me than it did then.
I would definitely go see the Stones.
Well,
and they still tour. But
we have some very good friends. I don't know if I'm supposed to say who's going, so I'm just going to say some very good friends that are going to Las Vegas
to see the Stones
very soon, within the next 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yes. I told you about it. You just don't remember.
You know how that goes.
Going to Las Vegas to see the Stones. And she said she doesn't know how she got signed up to do this. And if it's a good thing, not that she didn't like the Stones, but going to Vegas to see them, that's kind of a little out of her element.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be going to Birmingham to see Rod Stewart, and that's a big deal to me.
It's a lot of traffic, isn't it?
Yeah. So flying to Vegas to a concert, whoo, that is a big deal. And we've been to a few concerts, most of them country. I don't know anybody that we've been to that wasn't country.
We saw Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh yeah.
We haven't been to that many concerts.
No, everything's been. We saw George Strait.
Saw George Strait, which was a great concert. We saw
Clint Black.
We saw Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah.
And his opening act was Toby Keith. Boy, did that flip later in life.
That's right.
But Hootie and the Blowfish. Not many concerts.
Not many concerts.
Yeah.
But I do want Mary Crawl to go at some point. If she gets into music and there's somebody she wants to see, she don't have to go with us, but it sure would be cool if she wanted to go with us.
There's probably some concerts she may want to go see.
Well,
Yep.
what's that? Dee Dee?
Yep.
Did you shut the gate so Dee Dee couldn't come up? Okay.
Nope.
She thinks you did.
Just wide open.
Come on, Dee. So anyway, I don't know what we'll do, but needless to say, we'll let y'all know
Yep.
our decision.
That's right.
We got to be making a decision soon. We'll be sold out.
I saw Magic Mike comment.
Oh, did you? So he's not
sick.
fishing. Sick. What's wrong?
I don't know. I mean, we text a lot. We don't do anything in our text.
He must have woke up sick.
Maybe have. I will say I feel better.
Yes, thankfully.
I do.
Maybe Michael. Well, you ain't been around.
I ain't been around Mike, but I do feel way better.
Well, Michael, I'm coming that way today. If you need me to bring you something, you and Tanya, I'll be glad to. I am planning to take Mary Carl birding today, 2 days in a row, one with Daddy and one with Mama. But we're going to a place called, I don't know how to say it. I know how to spell it. Wessinger Lakes.
Yeah.
It's a catfish pond basically, and there are usually a lot of birds. So gotta go by Laura's and visit her for a little bit, and then go by Rachel and Roy and visit them for a little bit, and then we're on our way to birding. I'm just gonna say birding. All right, Michael.
He's got an allergy mess.
Oh goodness. I bet he's been cutting grass without a mask.
He probably has.
Maybe I should take him some mask. Jason asked me yesterday when I told him that I was going to get a mask before I cut grass.
Yeah.
They had not left yet. So I was going to get him to drop me one off before they left. And he said, you want the kid size or the adult size? And I said, I am a grown woman. I need the adult size mask. But, you know, I was thinking when I had said, if y'all come before I go home to get me a mask, I was thinking to myself, I hope he gets the adult one because those kids ones are kind of tight.
The other day, and I've done it twice because they look alike.
Yeah.
And I go to put the kid one on, and I don't know it's the kid's, and it breaks. It pops. I'm like,
mine doesn't do that. If I put the kids one on, it's just tight, and it hurts my ears, and I get a headache.
Yeah, they don't even make it that far.
So we keep masks, you know, for dusty projects and sounded like I'm having Michael's problem. Dusty projects and whatever. And we have kid size for Mary Carl when she cleans up her pigeon loft. And then what Michael said.
That's what he did. He cut the grass by the mask.
Yep. You got to get those masks, Michael.
Got
to get them. It'll save you this time of the year. I tell you. I learned my lesson the last time.
I would say there's a lot of rockers watching this live.
Is that right? What kind of rocking? Like AC/DC or like
just classic rock, which I'm surprised. I am. I just saw somebody said they saw Johnny Cash in concert in the 70s. That would have been awesome.
Willie Nelson's going to be in Huntsville.
Really?
Yes. I saw that. I guess since I clicked on that James
Taylor
thing,
ads now,
I know about all the concerts. I thought Huntsville, Willie Nelson in Huntsville? I mean, that's just not a concert CD, I don't think.
ZZ Top. I would love to see ZZ Top.
You're going to have to go with Jacqueline and Zach. I have to stay on the Luke Bryan is in concert. Now that's something that I would like to see.
Yep.
I would like to see Luke Bryan, but I'm not going because that's just, to me, that's just too many. Not to say Rod Stewart and James Taylor is not going to be a lot of people. I just get a different vibe about it.
Yeah.
I think that the Rod Stewart and the James Taylor is going to be more my speed. The Luke Bryan's going to be, you know, a lot of younger crowd, and I can't hang.
I guess it will be younger crowd, but not like super young. So no, younger than us.
Yeah, 20s maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
and it's not that I don't like those age people. I just can't hang.
Yeah,
I just can't hang. So, Laura is working on something for us that I wanted to talk about because she gave me a trial of this. And y'all, it is with the calendula flowers that we harvested back in the winter. So it's a calendula salve. And a lot of y'all probably know exactly what I'm talking about. So she's been tinkering with this for a while and gave me a sample to try. And my hands are like somebody that is what do you call somebody that does masonry work?
A brick mason.
A brick mason. My hands are like a brick mason most of the time because I don't take care of them. And my mom has always told me, Brooke, you need to put lotion on your hands. And I just don't do it because I don't want a bottle of lotion sitting beside my bed. So I don't know. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave me that little thing of salve, and I've been using it probably a month now. Every single night. If I turn that light off and I haven't put my salve on, I grab it and I put it on. And I cannot tell y'all the improvement in my hands. So that is something that she is still tinkering with, but we will have that available at some point. So oh my goodness. I mean, feel that, Jason. I know you haven't felt my hands a lot, but they are so much better than what they were. My knuckles were like, I mean, just rough. So
The only thing I can figure is that I use beard oil in my beard, and so I put that on every morning, and I think that's what kind of helps my hands out a good bit.
it may, but mine is the top of them. It's not the bottom.
Yeah, I guess.
It's
Well,
the top.
yeah.
It's just they're always super dry, and they look like I've been to a dermatologist.
Mm.
They're just very nice.
I saw somebody say that Hank Jr. is going to be an orange peach.
Okay, see, that's a little much for me.
That'd be a little much for you.
Yeah, I just think I'll let y'all have that one. It's not that I don't like his music. I just
Yeah.
can't hang.
I'm a big 70s country music fan. That's what I am.
I would have to go see Cher.
You like to go see Cher?
Yes, I would love to. And oh goodness, what's her name? Oh, I love her music. Oh, Jason, I can think of
Carly
it right
Simon?
now. Yeah, Carly Simon.
Yeah.
Carly Simon. I'm that kind of music. That's my gig.
Yeah, I like the 70s country, early 80s, and of course 70s rock, early 80s rock, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, ZZ Top, Pink Floyd.
That's a little too.
Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings.
Okay.
But I do like Carly Simon, Carole King. I like all those. Yep.
Carole King. That's who I was trying to think of.
Okay.
Carole King.
James Taylor.
I love Carole King. So speaking of other things that we've been thinking about with Laura's projects, I get a message from Zoe yesterday, and Zoe and Nick are in Oklahoma at the Okie homestead. So she's hoping that Tater's going to hold off until they get back.
Mm-hmm.
2 more days. 2 more days is all she's got.
2 more days. That's right.
So I've had a talk with Tater. She's going to try to hold off. But in Zoe's message to me yesterday, she sent me all this flavored whipped honey.
Mm-hmm.
That's, there's booths galore at the Okie homestead.
Yep.
And she said, is this anything you would have interest in? And I said, well, actually, we've been thinking about doing a flavored creamed honey.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to ask you guys what you thought about a flavored creamed honey. Speaking of that, the creamed honey is back in stock, but it is limited.
Yeah.
So once this batch is gone, it's gone.
And the honey candy.
And the honey crisp.
The honey crisp is back in stock.
But they will be gone shortly.
And it will be that's going to be it for that. So yeah.
So we want to know what you guys think about flavored creamed honey and what flavor sounds good to y'all. We thought about a cinnamon. They said cinnamon whipped honey.
Or do you think that the flavored cream honey would be good, or you're the person? So I like honey. You're just like honey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we're wanting to know.
Buttercream honey, lavender, cinnamon, a lot of cinnamon.
Yep.
A lot of cinnamon. We're just trying to get some ideas. I am going to go by and see Rachel this morning. I wanted to share with her what you guys are thinking, because obviously they can do the whipped honey. Mm-hmm. So they can make it flavored if that's something vanilla. Okay. Just honey. Some people are saying just honey, regular honey. Okay.
Cinnamon seems to be extremely popular.
Yeah, peanut butter. I love peanut butter.
I eat peanut butter honey sandwiches a lot.
Yeah, I do too. That's a staple for us.
Somebody said that they don't like the flavored honey because it's so strong tasting.
Lemon. Somebody said lemon.
Vanilla, peach, apple. Okay.
Yeah,
So
we want to get y'all's feedback because
Absolutely.
obviously you guys are the audience. And what is creamed honey? So creamed honey.
Pull out your thing. Rachel sent you exactly how to say it.
Where am I going to find that?
So creamed honey is a slow process. It takes them a long time to do it. I know that, and it brings it up to the, I don't want to the crystallization part of it, and
it takes the crystallization out of it.
It's just about like it sounds.
But it is a natural process.
Yeah.
It has not been changed in any way. It's just it.
The texture is different.
It's spreadable.
It is spreadable, and it the longer it sits, it'll start sitting up. Or if you want it
to stay solid,
you can put it in the refrigerator.
Right.
And it'll make it more like a peanut butter consistency. When you say,
yeah,
you can just
it's very spreadable.
Yeah.
Butter. And
butter, banana, honey butter.
It's good.
Orange.
And I saw some people were saying that you can put the whipped honey that's flavored in like tea and such.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. Do any of you guys do that? It's beaten honey to change the consistency.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I know this. It takes them almost 45 days to make a batch.
And that's why when it sells out today, it will not be back for a while.
Right.
It takes a long time. A long time. Very labor intensive. I'm still reading what they're wanting as far as flavors.
Talking about the honey in the country store and stuff, and I mentioned it in the last video, but y'all be patient because I know there's going to be delays in shipping. It's because of the weather that come through, because that weather affected so many people in so many states. I know there's going to be some delays in there. So if your package is there and shipped out, it may take a few extra days to get there than it normally does. So just be patient there.
That's right.
Whipped honey and tea is good.
Okay.
Tea is good.
Well, I knew people put regular honey in tea and coffee, but I was thinking the whipped honey. How does that taste different? I mean, whipped honey tastes different altogether.
Is it whipped or creamed?
It's whipped.
Okay, ours is whipped. It's not creamed. No, ours is creamed.
Ours is creamed.
And there's a difference between whipped and creamed.
But yet I found out that some people call it the same thing.
They do, but technically it's different.
Yeah, because Rachel told me to make sure that we emphasize that it is creamed.
Whipped honey has a lot of air in it.
That's right.
Creamed honey does not.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry.
We're a mess.
Oh, me. Oh, man. Goodness.
It does taste okay. So they're saying it tastes richer if you use the whipped honey in your the creamed honey in your coffee or your tea.
I liked it.
What? Just the
creamed honey?
Yes, I like the creamed honey too.
I did too.
But we're just trying to feel it out to see if we need to just continue on with the whipped honey.
Yep, creamed honey.
Creamed honey. Sorry. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm not saying anything else. I can't get it right.
Oh man. So the other day anyway, so long story short, y'all know we did the video and we talked about
one thing. Somebody want to know if it's mixed with butter. No, it's not mixed with anything. It's just a process of changing the consistency of the honey itself. The
way they explained it to me is they put it in this machine and it goes around for 3 minutes and stops for 12. Goes around for 3 minutes and stops for 12. And I don't know how many times it does this, but
a lot.
That's how it comes up with that consistency. And that's why it takes so long to do it.
And then it has to sit for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So the other
day I did a video and we talked about Matilda's leg and the joint supplement that we're starting to use that we're seeing some really good results with. And what's it called? Lubricin. And not sponsored by them or anything like that, but we were just, showing you guys what was going on. And Dr. D suggested it. And I also asked about the castor oil wrap, and we had some great feedback on that. And that is, we should do the castor oil wrap at night. That way, we don't have to worry about any other animals messing with it or anything like that.
Okay.
So we could do that at night, and in the morning take that off.
Okay.
So we may do that. Start doing that too for.
Okay.
So we've never heard of this company. Don't know anything about this company. All we know is it's fairly expensive. A lot more than we, But anyways, so one of you guys sent us an email or a message and said, "Hey, look, they're actually having a giveaway on their Facebook page that day." And they said they want you to post a picture of your cute animal, and the most votes.
It was Darlene.
Darlene, thank you, Darlene. The most votes will get a free bottle of this Lubricant. Am I correct on that? And it was the exact same stuff that Matilda's getting.
So when she sent that email, I immediately was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't even follow their Facebook page.
No. So we did it. And didn't think nothing else about it. We did it. And the next thing we know, we get an email from Lubricant, and long story short, they want to sponsor Miss Matilda.
Is that not wonderful? So
it is.
They said they had lots of people reach out to them.
They did.
And say, "Can you please help them?" And we appreciate it. We appreciate all of you that voted. We did take the post down.
Yes.
Because they said if they sponsor us, then your sponsors can't enter the contest. And I totally understand that.
Well, I told you, I said, well, it's not fair if they're going to sponsor Matilda. We don't want to take something away from somebody else.
That's right.
So we were like, heck yeah. So we took it down, and I wanted to let you guys know that, because I think there were some people out there going, where'd the post go? Why did the post get deleted? But that's why Miss Matilda is going to be I guess maybe a spokesperson for Lubricant.
She's gonna be a poster for that company, because y'all literally within a week we could see improvement. Now she had been using another supplement that we started out with to see, you kind of want to. It's kind of like with any disease or arthritic condition,
right.
You start out low and you work your way up. If an anti-inflammatory doesn't work, then you go to the next step, and so forth and so on. So that's what we did with Matilda, and her second stop was this Lubricant. And Dr. D said, "Okay, if this doesn't work, we'll do injections." But we didn't want to do injections if we didn't have to.
Right.
So Lubricant, I ordered it. I ordered it online, and we got it, and we started it immediately. And I'm here to tell y'all, it's helped. And I wouldn't say that if it didn't.
Right.
I mean, we could see immediate improvement. And I really did not think it was going to help. When I got it, it looks like mineral oil. And I thought to myself, there ain't no way that 2 pumps of this stuff on her food is going to help this cow. And lo and behold, I didn't tell her I was giving it to it. So it's no placebo effect.
And there's no placebo effect.
I didn't tell her there was any medicine in there, but we can tell a difference.
Oh goodness!
So it's a natural type product, and we're just happy that it helped, and even happier that the company.
Well, I learned something new because Dr. D suggested it, and it says on the instructions how to use it, and I thought it was for livestock, but on the post on their page. Dogs, a lot of people give it to their dogs and cats.
Well, there's different kinds of it. So what we have is for livestock.
Okay.
And then they make it for dogs.
I got you.
They make it for cats. They make it for humans.
Really?
Yes. So, I'm thinking to myself, after we tried it on Matilda and it started working, Catherine and I are like, well, maybe it might help me too. And so Catherine's trying to get me to tell them about my condition and make sure it wouldn't interact with any of my medication. And I tell you, I just may do that because there is a human form of it. The same company.
There's people saying they make it for people.
They do. I'm telling you.
Wow. I had no idea.
Next week, I plan to speak with her further. And she did say that she's going to give us a associate link. Is that what you call it?
Yeah. It's like
where you guys can save money if you do want to try it.
That's right.
So here's what I want to do. So if she says it doesn't interact with my medications, I want her to send me some.
Okay.
And I want to start taking it. I'm not telling y'all it helped unless it helps.
Right.
I don't want y'all to buy something that ain't going to help you.
Right.
So if it helps me, I'll pass it on to you guys and give you a link, and you can get some savings too. And maybe it'll help you too. So let's do that first, because don't go out and buy it until I find out if it helps me. And hopefully I can take it with my medications. But it's helped her. So I don't know why it wouldn't help me. That person said they want some too. I do too.
Please do.
They
said Lester could even use some.
Well, when Catherine suggested that, I thought to myself, me and Matilda can be the poster for this product. It helped my cow and it helped me too.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't have any dogs that need it at this point, but Dee Dee could need it. I mean, anybody could need it.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad to have found out about it.
Yeah, thanks to Dr. D.
When he first told me about the product, he actually told Catherine to tell me, because he was treating Helen. So she got it all in text, Luberson. So I'm like, how do you spell it? She spells it out for me. So she and I start Googling where we could get it, because he didn't tell me where to get it. He just told me I could order it. Tractor Supply had it.
In stock?
Yes, it was on clearance. And so Catherine's like, go to Tractor Supply and get it. So I get to reading about it. What Tractor Supply had on clearance was for equine.
Okay.
So it's different. The equine dose is different than the livestock dose. And link. We don't have a link yet.
Yeah, we don't have a link yet.
We have it, but we don't have it going yet.
Yep.
So just be patient. Y'all don't do anything until we try it and make sure that
all this came about yesterday. So we just.
And don't order it, because they are giving me a discount code.
Yep.
That y'all can. I wish I had a discount code when I bought it, because this stuff, I mean, it wasn't too much for what it is. After I saw the results, I had no problem paying for what it was. They're saying glucosamine, and I think that's what it is. I didn't want to say that, but I think that's what it is. It's glucosamine. I'm going to talk to them next week on the phone. I don't want to do this email thing, because you can't really conversate. And I think it's Lauren. I think that's who.
Lauren or Laura?
Lauren is my contact, and I'll update y'all. I want her to send me some. I just want to make sure it's no interactions there. They should know. Shouldn't be a problem.
They should know, or your doctor wanted to. So yeah.
Well, I want them to tell me.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, what do y'all have planned? I know what you have planned.
I got VW plans.
You got VW plans.
I got VW plans.
Well, I got plans to drive the VW. So you get it fixed and I'll drive you.
I hope so.
I got to get used to that shifting, though. It's a little different.
I hope so.
In a Volkswagen, it's a little different shift pattern.
Yeah,
I bought a sticker.
I think reverse is up and over instead of.
Y'all be careful when you put those seats and stuff back in, because I bought a little sticker that goes on the shifter that shows you where the gears are. And that was for me, Carl.
Okay.
I mean, it's for me too, but it's not where it should be.
Yeah, I think it's a little different. Donnie will know.
Well, I got the sticker, I tell you. Just put it on there. So, so we can, well, I actually bought a whole new knob.
Okay, good.
The knob has got the thing on it.
Okay. That'll work.
No, you know what I did? Jason, this is what I did. It's been a long time, y'all. It's been a long time. I bought an extender, because when Mary Cross sat in the driver's seat, she was leaned way down trying to shift. And so I bought an extender. It's about that long.
Okay.
It goes on the bottom of the shifter.
Okay.
And it jacks it up. You need Donnie to help you with that, because I couldn't figure it out.
You can figure it out.
No.
In them hot rodders, they got the extender that comes way up here and it's got the big skull on it. That ain't what you got, is it?
Might be. You just have to figure it out. It's in that bus somewhere.
Okay.
Because I tried to put it in and I couldn't.
I'll find it.
Holly's been a good girl this entire life.
She's been fairly good. That's the first time. Well, not the first time, but
she's in the backyard with Gidget, Arlo, and Dixie, and Dee Dee's downstairs. I don't know what she's doing. Yeah. So thankful to all that were behaved during the live, and thankful to you guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't think we tell y'all enough that how thankful we are for each and every one of y'all. We get emails a lot of times that tell us how meaningful our videos are to you guys, but I tell you what, we don't tell you enough how meaningful y'all are to us, because without y'all, there would be no us.
That's right.
And we're just doing what we love, and y'all are here to be with us. One thing I did want to say is I have a goal, and that is I want to hit 100,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And I don't think I'm ever going to get there, but I can't get there without you guys subscribing. So if you would, and you're not subscribed to Mrs. Coghill on YouTube, please go over and hit that subscribe button. And
it's free.
It's free. It doesn't cost a dime. I never thought that I would be on the other side of 50,000, which is where I am. So I'm closer to 100 than I ever have been. And that's my goal. That's my goal
for 2025.
For 2025.
Okay.
So if y'all would do me a favor and share my videos, maybe get me to 100,000. I want that plaque.
You want the silver play
button?
Where
is it? Oh, it's over here. There, yeah. I want that silver play button. So y'all please help me out and try to get me there, because I never ever thought that would be something that's never thought I'd have a channel, much less potentially have a
That's
plaque.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but I don't know. I don't know.
It might. Well, people don't subscribe like they used to.
No, and it's not really a big deal.
It used to be a big deal because that's the only way you could see your favorite channel pop up. But the algorithm knows what you want to see nowadays, and so most people don't subscribe like they used to.
Yeah, I mean, there's videos that will have, or I'll have more views than I have subscribers. Well, that tells you that they're not subscribed. And it doesn't mean anything. You don't get paid anymore if you're subscribed or somebody subscribed.
You will get the blue check mark though.
On YouTube?
If you get to 100,000. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Jason's elbow's good.
When I got sick,
he got sick and he rested it, and
when I was out for 2 weeks there, it healed my elbow. I mean, it's a little sore every now and then, but nothing like it was. I was hiding that a pretty good bit.
Yeah, every time we go to pick something up, I'm like, "Are you sure you have that? Are you sure you don't need me to help you?" Because I don't want him to get back where he was. I don't want him to have a shot in his elbow.
Yeah, I find myself. The Dr. Chittum was right. He said because I'm right-handed. He said you'll start finding that your right arm is more for detail and handling things, and not that you don't lift up anything heavy with it, but if you pay attention, you tend to lift up more of the heavy stuff on your opposite arm. And he's right. He really is right. I noticed like moving this one pops to my head because I did it yesterday, was moving the air compressor. Grab the hose, which isn't light, but the hose gets tangled and moves around. Grab that with my right hand, pick the air compressor up with my left hand, and I caught myself and I swapped.
All right. So Teresa has asked this several times. And she wants to know, what platform do we read comments from when we're live streaming?
All of them.
We have a program. It's called StreamYard, and it allows us to see all the comments coming in at one time. So we see everybody's comments.
So it can be overwhelming sometimes because
they get to going kind of fast.
Because we got probably across the board on all the platforms anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 people in here.
So it gets to going a little fast. So there's anyway, I see a lot of people saying they just went and subbed, and I appreciate that. I really do, because I don't feel like I've ever asked for anybody to subscribe. And now that I see that there may be a goal, I like to reach goals. I like to have a goal, and I like to reach that goal. So I want to be there.
Yep.
I want to be there. All right. So I'm going Burden. And Jason's going VW. And
yep, I'm VW today.
And
unless something happens, but Donnie Volkswagen is supposed to be here.
Supposed to be here today, and I bet y'all are going to get some flying peach for lunch, aren't you?
Probably so.
I'm not going to be here to go get it.
It's all right.
You're either going to fix a ham sandwich or go get flying peach.
One of the two.
Depends
on how in debt we are. Maybe we can drive the Volkswagen to go get the flying peach.
Hey, y'all gonna have to work fast because y'all are gonna be hungry around that time.
Oh,
So you
goodness.
finished with your coffee?
Oh, I'm done. Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
done too.
Yep.
Mine got done early on. So whatever you're doing, I hope y'all have a good day
Mhm.
and y'all be good.
Y'all be good.